The scenario we're talking about here would be if they franchise tag him and then trade him, which has happened 17 times before in the NFL with players, only once with a quarterback, and that was Matt Castle. Shefty.
Well, but hold on, Greeny. To do that, they need a certain level of cooperation from Dak Prescott.
Right.
He's got to come in and sign that franchise tag knowing he's being traded somewhere. So if they had a deal worked out with somebody to a place that he didn't want to go, what would be his incentive to go sign that? So
no, that's the point. This would have to be voluntary on everybody's part. He would be involved in all of this, right? For this to happen, we've seen it happen before. 17 times players have been traded on the tag. 15 of those went on to sign long-term deals with the team they were traded to. So there's sort of it's like the sign and trade that they do in the NBA. I mean, this is all becoming kind of like NBA wheeling and dealing, Shefty.
This is really an unofficial no-trade tag that Dak Prescott has by getting the franchise tag. If indeed the Cowboys do put that tag on him again, that would be his unofficial no-trade clause. They could not just trade him without his consent.
D. Wood, what do you think?
Green, I think guys at a crossroads this year. I do. I think if I'm Dak, I'm looking at the situation. I'm thinking this roster needs some turnover. You know, all the guys that we've been talking about over the years when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, they're all injured, they're getting older, and Dak looking at the coaching staff. You know, Mike McCarthy hiring his boy Mike Nolan. That was a disaster. Got rid of him. Do you have faith in the coaching staff? So if I'm Dak, I'm looking at my situation like, do I really want to waste my prime years with an organization that seems like it doesn't have it figured out right now? And like Adam and like Shefty said, if they tag him, he doesn't have to sign the tag.
Right, but if they don't tag him, then they run the risk of losing him for nothing, which seems like it's the only thing in this that seems completely impossible is that they would allow that to happen. So this continues to be, look, Shefty described it earlier, it's a quarterback carousel, the likes of which we've literally never seen. Do not omit the name Dak Prescott from it. Meanwhile, let's get to the one game that still remains to be played. And as we look ahead to the quarterback matchup in the Super Bowl, here's what it makes me think of. The GOAT against the future GOAT. How about the 1951 World Series? Willie Mays was a rookie, three-time MVP. Joe DiMaggio, was in his last season. The Yankees would wind up winning that World Series, DiMaggio's 9th title in 13 years. Then the 91 NBA Finals, Michael Jordan's first Finals, Magic Johnson's last. The GOAT against the future GOAT. And now, of course, it's Mahomes and Brady. Mahomes, the youngest quarterback to win Super Bowl MVP. Brady has the most Super Bowl wins at 6. This has been a topic of some discussion and some debate and some kind of hurt feelings on the program this week. D. Wood, when people describe Patrick Mahomes as the future GOAT, what is your reaction?
He's not there yet. He's not there yet. And we keep talking, you know, Tom Brady GOAT and Patrick Mahomes future GOAT. I'm sorry. I mean, one got 10 Super Bowl appearances, 6 Super Bowl wins. Another guy is obviously well on his way. Got a league MVP, got a Super Bowl win, on his way to possibly getting another. But, man, you got one. The resume on one is awfully big. And at 43 years old, he's still going strong. throwing for 40 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards.
We are having a bad day. You and me are having a bad day, Damien Woody. I heard you. I heard what you said. So let me explain something to you.
Put those two guys in the same stratosphere. Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
All right. You done? Are you done yet? We know you love him. We know that he got your Super Bowl ring. We know all that. Are we done?
This ain't got anything to do with that. All I'm saying is Patrick Mahomes, there's no question, is more talented. Maybe the most talented quarterback that we've ever seen come into this league. But all I'm saying is, okay, let's respect the body of work of Tom Brady.
We respect it.
That's all I'm saying.
That's why we call Tom Brady the GOAT, and that is why we call him Patrick the future GOAT. I'm just confused at how all these football guys suddenly become stat nerds. Like, you are acting like Himbo all of a sudden, talking about all these numbers.
Act like Himbo.
We didn't say that they are the same person. We said he's a future GOAT.
I'm just saying respect the body of work. That's all I'm saying.
We respected it. We spent all of Monday just a hagiography about Tom Brady. Even though he had a terrible game, that's fine. Tom Brady is the GOAT. GOAT. But Patrick Mahomes, if you watch the tape and stop digging into these numbers, you stat nerd,
Hold on, I watched the tape. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with people. Here's the problem with people like Neek and the younger people. Every time somebody new comes on the scene, go. Like, you gotta build to get to a GOAT status. You got to build to get to that level. Everyone wants to throw a quick label of GOAT on everybody.
He's been building for 3 years where he spent them all in AFC Championship game, where he broke a ton of records. He got a Super Bowl MVP.
Three years.
He said, and Greeny said future GOAT. He didn't say that he is the GOAT. We just recognize that if he continues on this trajectory, which we have no reason to believe that he won't, he will supplant Tom Brady as the GOAT at some point. Tom's the GOAT, and you're a stat nerd.
Let me frame it to you this way, D. Wood, if I can. Because, yes, I confess, I am usually the professional overreactor in the group. I totally acknowledge that. But is it not reasonable to say that there does seem to be something about Patrick Mahomes that is special and different from anyone we've ever seen come along? You watch him and you just say, you know what? In this one case, it does seem reasonable.
Greeny, listen, I'm not disputing that. When I watch Patrick Mahomes play, I look at him. That boy different. That boy's different out there on the football field. I'm not knocking Patrick Mahomes great. He's the most talented quarterback that I have ever seen. Yep. All I am saying is respect the other man's body of work before we just trying to lump people together. That's all I'm saying.
Well, listen, Patrick Mahomes, to watch that guy, everybody could agree, unbelievable, incredibly entertaining, the future of the league, going to be an all-time great. I'm just asking this. Did we not say the same things about Dan Marino in the early part of his career in the mid-1980s? Did we not say the same thing about Brett Favre when he was in Green Bay? Did we not say similar things about other all-time great quarterbacks when they came in?
Yes. Okay. And if that's the company you wind up keeping, then that's pretty good, because those two guys are among the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
That is the company he's keeping. That is absolutely the company he's keeping.
Yeah. And so maybe
and
Mahomes
again, he has a chance to be right there with them.
I have to leave it there. And I have to change the tone briefly. Guys, we'll come back to this in a moment. But there was, as I'm sure many people have seen by now, extraordinarily disturbing story in the NFL yesterday. The Seattle Seahawks have waived backup offensive linemen. Chad Wheeler after his arrest for felony assault domestic violence. The details of this story extraordinarily